Welcome to another episode of Community Association Car Chat with David and Steve. We are now both working for JGS. Today we will be broadcasting a van chat, and we can talk a little bit about the van in the comments below. But for now, Steve is going to introduce JGS.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, David, for the introduction. My name is Steve Roderick, and I am very proud to be part of the best insurance brokerage firm around. JGS Insurance has been doing it for over 100 years. We're a family business, and we're getting better and better every day. So enough about me. Let's learn about our guest today, Mr. John Katz from Hill Wallach. John?
So first, guys, thanks for having me. It's a real pleasure to be on, following the likes of Sean McCabe, Tony Campisi, Larry Thomas. Again, my name's John Katz. I'm an attorney at Hill Wallach. We are a full-service law firm in Princeton. We also have offices in Pennsylvania and New York. We are around 70 attorneys. We have 13 attorneys in our community association practice group, and we currently represent over 600 community associations throughout New Jersey and Eastern Pennsylvania. I am also this year proud to be the president of the board of directors of the CAI Pennsylvania and Delaware Ballot Chapter.
Congratulations, John. That was well deserved, and we look forward to working with you this coming year. Now, how long have you been involved in law?
So I've been practicing law for a little over 20 years at this point.
Really? It's quite a long time. So what types of law do you practice? Is it specifically community associations, or what else you guys do?
So when I started out, I did a little bit of everything. At a law school, I had a clerkship for 2 different judges. And then I started a law firm and did a little bit of everything. I did some municipal court work, traffic tickets, drunk driving. I did a lot of collection work. I did a lot of litigation. I would say 15 or so years ago, I kind of fell into representing community associations, and I've been doing it ever since.
Why did you stick to that? Why was it such a good fit for you?
My wife and I had just bought a townhouse, and she volunteered me to serve on the board, like a lot of other people I know. And then I had the opportunity actually to join a firm that represented community associations, and it just kind of stuck. And
Community associations come in all shapes and sizes. Just scope of work. Like, what's your best customer look like? Do you stick with the smaller stuff, or do you do high rises? What's your best customer look like?
So the great thing about community associations from a legal perspective is, doesn't matter if you're 5 units or 5,000 units, they all have the same legal issues to some extent. Some of those smaller associations have more problems than the bigger ones.
That's true. That's very, very true.
Talking about this segment of the industry, what would you say to recommend multifamily?
It's really kind of specialized practice, but that doesn't mean that young attorneys can't get involved. My recommendation is you can reach out to me or some other attorney, who's a member of CAI, who's interested, and, they can tell you, what the do's and don'ts are, and you can get involved in CAI as well and try to learn the process.
My question is, what makes you guys special? Why would I call John Katz, or why would I call Hill Wallach?
There's a total of 13 attorneys just in the community association group. Everybody has a different specialty. So some of us do collections, some of us do litigation. And the other thing is we have all these other attorneys in the firm that we can draw on if there are issues that come up. 4 of the partners in my group are members of the College of Community Association lawyers. It's kind of like the best of the best when it comes to attorneys. So being able to work with them and learn from them on a daily basis is really, it's a great experience.
No kidding. You guys got a pretty deep bullpen, huh?
Pretty deep bullpen, that's correct.
What do you find difficult to get involved into this industry? What's the challenge?
The difficult part for me sometimes is obviously dealing with the different personalities on each individual board. Sometimes you have to give some people some advice they don't want to hear.
It's just sounds so daunting to me. What is it that drives you to keep going at this?
I want to set an example for my family and for my kids. Somebody's got to pay the bills. They have expensive tastes. But more so than that, I really do love the work. I love dealing with the property managers. I love dealing with our clients for the most part. And it really is. It feels like it's something new every day.
Since we're getting a little bit more into your personal life, tell us some things that maybe most people in the chapter or most people at large may not know about John Katz.
My biggest passion is probably music. I've always been a music guy.
What's your all-time favorite concert you've ever been to?
I've been to so many great concerts. One was when I saw Queens of the Stone Age at the TLA and Dave Grohl was playing drums. And the second was when I saw the White Stripes at the Troc. really early before anybody knew who the White Stripes were.
Wow. So were you upstairs or downstairs?
So I was downstairs.
You were downstairs with the young people?
So I was a young person at the time.
30 seconds or less. Is there any good stories that you could share about multifamily associations?
So without giving away any of my client confidences, probably one of my favorite stories, involving community associations was what we like to call the Rock Lady. And the short version is that this woman lived in an association, and the exterior of her unit was common property. She wanted to make some landscaping changes. She didn't like what was there. The board denied it, but was willing to work with her, and she wouldn't accept that. So she brought in these huge boulders and basically put them on the common property. So we got the rocks removed within like a year or so, but
Yep.
it just kept going.
So wow, yeah, there's some pretty interesting stories that go on in these in the community association world. But let's switch gears a little bit. Let's go over. I think David might have some fun stuff for us today. David, what do you got for us today?
I got a little new game we haven't played yet. I give you the name of an actor, and you give me a name of a movie that this actor starred. Tom Hanks,
Big,
Scarlett Johansson,
Lost in Translation,
Johnny Depp,
Pirates of the Caribbean,
Angelina Jolie,
Mr. and Mrs. Smith,
Julia Roberts,
Pretty Woman,
Will Smith,
Independence Day,
Al Pacino,
Scarface,
Steve Martin.
My Blue Heaven.
Nice. John is unaware of these questions, as you're about to find out. But David
I'm
is
unaware of
actually
the question.
unaware of these questions as well. So you guys ready for a little bit of rapid fire? All right, John. Now these are for John, not you, David. So
Okay. It's first time on the show. Thank you.
what was your first car?
Honda Civic.
If you were in the movie Snow White, which dwarf would you be?
Sneezy.
Okay, who is worse, lawyers or insurance brokers?
Lawyers.
Have you ever seen a UFO?
No.
What are disco fries?
They are fries with gravy on them.
And
Cheese?
yeah,
Disco fries.
it's a Jersey thing. Name two characters from the show Baywatch. David, what do you got?
There's Mitch Buchanan and CJ.
How old is David?
David is 32 years old.
You just won the lottery. Who do you tell last?
Definitely my family.
What's the last four digits of your social security number and your mother's maiden name?
I'll pass on that.
Darn, I thought I could get him on that one. All right, so David, earlier you mentioned what kind of vehicle that you're in. That's something maybe like a shaggin' wagon. What do you got there?
It is the shaggin' wagon.
Oh wow.
Now, John, I noticed earlier when you were drinking, there's something that caught my eye. Can you pull out that pink water bottle of yours and tell us about the stickers on it?
This was actually my daughter's until she decided she didn't like red and she wanted a different color. Brandy Carlisle, there's a Pearl Jam sticker, and then there's another band I like called Luna.
We said we were going to keep these things short, so we hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Community Association Car Chat with David and Steve and our wonderful guest, Mr. John Katz of Hill Wallach. So in 20 seconds, plug what you got to plug.
Again, thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciated it. I've talked a lot about Hill Wallach today, so I'm going to throw a plug for CAI. If you are a homeowner leader or a community manager, or if you are a business partner, CAI is a great place to network and for educational purposes. So please visit the website, cainj.com, caipadevel.org. Whatever they are, just put CAI into your website browser and hope you join.
Tell me why it's so important to stay in touch with other industry professionals.
Especially now, there's just so much going on in the community association world. The best way to do that is to be a part of CAI.
Next week on Community Association Car Chat, we will have a special guest. Her name is Tonya Davenport. Come learn about her, and in the meantime, have a great week.